we're gonna be making slurpy, chewy udon noodles, stir fried.
Yes.
With chicken and vegetables.
Oh my gosh, I love an udon noodle.
Yes.
So good.
The texture is so nice, and they're so easy to prepare.
Yeah.
Really economical, and it's really tasty.
Okay, cool. So where are we getting started?
So we're gonna start off with our chicken. You can use any protein for this dish if you wanna use beef, pork, shrimp, even tofu is great. And we're gonna do a process on the chicken, called velveting.
Oh,
okay.
This sounds fancy.
Which is going to give the chicken a beautiful silky texture, okay? So we're gonna go in with a little bit of canola oil, a little bit of cornstarch.
Oh, like almost like for lack of a better word, a slurry?
Yes.
Which is a word you use a lot in the kitchen, but it's not cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but the cornstarch is gonna give it that bit of a coating that'll seal all the juices in, give it a nice tender bite. And this is the secret. When you go to an Asian restaurant, you get a stir fry. This is what they do to their meat.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And a little bit of Chinese cooking wine.
So what is Chinese cooking wine?
So it's a type of rice wine, really inexpensive. Usually it's like a big bottle for $3.
Sick.
And it gives it like, it tenderizes the meat, but it also gives it this nice smoky flavor, which is really, really delicious.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, and a little bit of salt. And we're gonna give that a nice mix to coat up. And you don't have to marinate this meat. It's just ready to go. You just wanna make sure it's nice and coated.
It's almost like it gives a little bit of a buffer between the meat and the heat, so it doesn't just juice out everywhere.
And then it crisps nicely too,
Yes.
you know? Yeah.
All right, so the key to victory with stir fries is stir frying in stages, because you don't want things to steam.
No, everyone has made that what they meant to be a stir fry, but it turns into a soup.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
Exactly. So you want your pan really hot.
Okay.
Like hot, hot.
Okay.
I'm not talking about medium, I'm talking about high.
Yeah.
And you want to get a little bit of smoke starting a little bit. Okay. So that means you're gonna get your meal on the table quicker.
Nice.
And it's also gonna give your dish a bit of a smoky edge to it, all right?
That's the sound you want to hear, for sure.
And so we're gonna trade places, Mary. You're gonna
Man the chicken?
Yeah, man the chicken. Okay. And we're gonna talk udon, okay? So udon is one of my favorite noodles of all time.
Why is it so good? They're so big and chewy and delicious.
Yes, and there are two types of udon that you can get. One that you can buy in packages at room temperature, vacuum sealed at the grocery store. But my favorite is the frozen udon.
It comes frozen?
So you go to the freezer aisle of your grocery store. It is hard as rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can build a house.
Really inexpensive, but it has this beautiful, chewy, slurpy texture, which I love for a stir fry.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing, you have a whole bunch of vegetables going into this dish, but I love adding bok choy to a stir fry.
Yeah.
And one of the things,
I got chicken splashed. The chicken wasn't liking me poking it.
This chicken has a mind of its own.
She does. She got one for us.
It's okay, you're a weeknight warrior.
I love it. Let's do it. Okay.
Right. So the thing about bok choy is sometimes people throw it into a stir fry. The tops get nice and wilted, and then the bottom's still raw.
Yeah.
And they can't figure it out. Well, here's the big tip. So we have a nice big pot of boiling water.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's getting there.
And we're gonna add our frozen udon in, and this takes seconds, okay? Because all we want at this point are for the udon noodles to separate. We don't want to cook them through. We just want them to get a little loose and separated, and you'll see in a couple of seconds, it's gonna do just that.
That's the thing with udon. They come as like a brick, and then you just agitate them until they're like, okay, we're good.
Do you like how I'm using the back of this fork?
I do really like it. Listen, it's the weeknight.
Yeah.
We're using whatever we got.
Exactly, right? And do you see how they like separated? Okay, see how they got nice and separated? Yeah. Now our separated bok choy is gonna go in. And get this, Mary, I'm just gonna dunk it in the noodles.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all she wrote. Oh, here my oven mitt.
There we go, we're ready, we're ready.
And we're gonna drain these noodles right away.
Oh, right on. So you're literally just kind of heating the noodle.
Yes, that's right. So here we go.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you also boil the kettle and pour the water over the noodles that way?
Vijaya, did you hear that question?
Very good idea.
Okay.
Something that you can most definitely do.
Yeah.
Okay, right? So yeah,
I love this.
put your udon and your bok choy into a nice big pot.
Yeah.
And pour the hot boiling water over, give it a little swirl, drain right away. Okay, you're good to go. Nice.
I love this.
All right, are we off?
All right, I
Perfect.
turned it off. Let's take a look at this chicken. All right, this chicken is looking delicious.
Yes, we got the nice little brown bits. That's because our wok was nice and hot. It's cooked through, and it's looking silky.
And juicy.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So we have a little bit of residual fat left in the pan. That's great. If you don't, just add a little touch more oil because we're going to start frying off our vegetables.
Oh, nice.
So the great thing about this recipe is that the sky's the limit. You can use whatever vegetables you want.
Yeah.
Today I'm using snow peas and king oyster mushrooms. But
Favorite mushroom.
right?
Yeah.
Red peppers, zucchini, broccoli. You can do all of those vegetables very easily with this, right? So a little bit of oil. It's still hot. We're going to pop in those snow peas.
Nice.
And snow peas take no time at all. So you just want to kind of warm them through, get them glistening a bit.
I've been buying snow peas like they're going out of style lately.
Yeah.
They're so good.
They're an underrated vegetable.
They really are, and you
Yes.
can often get them very, very inexpensive. Now, I love what you're doing here.
Yes.
You're doing everything in stages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because each vegetable has its different cook time, right? And we were talking about this earlier, like back in the day, when you make a stir fry, you just throw all the vegetables in one go. I like how we say back in the day.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Did I do this recently? Yes. Yeah.
But you want to cook the vegetables separately because each has their own cook time, and you want to maximize the texture that you get out of each of the vegetables,
Completely,
right?
yeah.
So these mushrooms go in. They're going to take slightly longer, but that's okay. Give them a nice stir up. And you know what? The thing about mushrooms is that they're really forgiving.
Yeah.
So even if they don't fully cook up here, they're going to continue cooking with the noodles.
With the noodles, and I
Yes.
think they do such a good job of absorbing flavor. Like
Yes.
mushrooms are almost like a little
Sponge.
sponge.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Great flavor on their own, but then you add something, you're like, huh, what a delight.
Right.
Yeah.
And big tip, always have this little big side bowl that you dump everything into. And that way it just stores all the vegetables and meat as you're cooking everything up.
Do I need
and it makes
to
things
get a
nice and
wok?
organized. Yes.
Yes, I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it conducts heat really well,
Yeah.
like the nice concave shape. And we're all about surface area when we're stir frying.
Completely.
So the more space that you have, the more area you have, the more crispy bits you
Yes.
get. And that's what makes it a stir fry instead of a stir steam.
Stir steam. Hey, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna put the sauce together. So you see already, it's so easy. It's coming together in no time. A little more oil. And now I'm gonna go in with my secret ingredient, a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper.
Okay.
Okay, so you wanna toast up that pepper
it's
in
gonna
the
get
oil.
smoky.
It's gonna get nice and smoky. A little bit of garlic. Okay, and just gonna give that a nice stir. You don't want the garlic to brown.
Just like meet the heat. Hang out with the heat.
Exactly.
Just like, hey.
A little kiss of heat.
Yeah.
In with the noodles.
This is a thrilling sounding dinner.
It's fun. It's dinner and a show. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I can feel the black pepper
I know, I was
like
gonna say.
moving through my sinuses. And now we're gonna season it up with our sauces, okay? So we have the usual suspects, a little bit of soy sauce, which you use in your recipe as well, which is great. We have oyster sauce.
Oh, I love oyster
So
sauce.
oyster sauce is made of oysters, but you can also find a vegetarian alternative if you happen to be vegetarian or vegan. It has this sort of seafoody, rich, deep, caramelly flavor to it.
Yes.
It's delicious. So that's going in as well. As well as a little bit of sesame oil for that nutty vibe, right? I'm not adding any additional salt because the salt from the soy sauce and oyster sauce is going to be just enough for this recipe. Perfect. So you're going to stir that all together.
It smells so good.
I know.
Last but not least, all the veg and the chicken go in. And then you're just going to stir it through. It's easy and fast, right?
Fantastic.
Okay, and then that's it. All you're doing at this point, the noodles are hot, the veggies are hot, the chicken's still hot. You just want all of those flavors to sort of mingle with one another.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we're gonna do some green onions over the top.
Little crispy crunch.
Dinner's done.
Absolutely amazing. Shall we bring her on over? Layer out. Look
There
at
you
this
go.
absolute stone cold stunner. Pop that on your table like that, no one's complaining.
Yeah, and one less dish to clean.
I love it. Vijaya, great job. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.